Oh, man, it is dark. Good gosh, it's dark.
I was seeing the same thing with mine. It's just the sky is so bright.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Athletic Director Mac Banks and Senior Head Coach Tom Scola, welcome to beautiful Fort Mill High School. We call it the Hive, and tonight's American Legion Game 1 of a 4-game set between Lancaster Post 31 and Fort Mill Post 43. No concession stand in the lot, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologize for the inconvenience. To our friends from Lancaster, if you're looking for the restrooms, they're behind the first base stands. Gentlemen to the left, ladies, you are to the right.
job, John.
It's a tough job. You guys are doing yeoman's work. They're trying to keep me from being, well, me, actually. So Fort Mill in the navy blue jerseys, navy blue hat, gray pants, Lancaster Post 31 in the baby blue tops, navy blue lettering, navy blue numbers on the back, white pants. And here comes Will Rape to get it started.
Leading off the top of the first inning for Lancaster, center fielder number 5, Will Rape.
So in steps Will Rape. We are ready to go. Fort Mill coming off the victory last night. That was, whew, talk about getting away with one. First pitch of the ball game. Inside corner but low. 7:02 p.m. It is 88 degrees. We're 1 degree cooler than last night, fellas. We're having a heat wave, tropical. Pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. 1-1 is the count. Last night's game, it was 9-2 Winsboro, headed to the bottom of the 6th. Yes, really. Then Fort Mill scored 8 unanswered and won the game 10-9. Let's not do that again tonight, boys. What do you say? The 1-1 outside corner called a strike. This old man's heart cannot take that. Pitch swung on and missed. First strikeout of the night for Sam Chiz, and that's how the top of the first goes. Here's Reed Kazmierzak.
Walking to the plate for Lancaster, the second baseman number 1, Reed Kazmierzak.
So Sam Chiz K's the first guy he sees. Pitch swung on and ripped into deep left center field. Barshaw on his horse will gallop into the gap and run it down quickly, 2 away for Brody Sanders.
Now batting the catcher number 17, Brody Sanders.
It must be the change in the glove. That's all I can say out loud. The pitch from Sam Chiz, breaking ball. Did he check his swing? Doesn't matter. Pitch is called a strike. With last night's victory, Fort Mill wins the series over Winsboro due to tiebreakers. That pitch swung on and fouled off right at home plate very quickly. 0-2 the count to Brody Sanders. Still looking for the junior game. And wow, that's not good news at all. Wow. Lord. The 0-2 swung on, chopper foul, first base side. Stays 0-2. They're in the top of the third inning. Down off Highway 200 at the legendary field where Post 31 calls home. It's 10-3 Lancaster. Wow. The pitch swung on and missed. And down goes Brody Sanders. And ABC 1-2-3 goes Lancaster. We have the bottom of the first inning. Lancaster nothing. Fort Mill coming up.
Nothing across for Lancaster in the top half of inning number 1. We head to the bottom.
And I think that the guy that surprises me this year, there's two of them. Jonathan Barshow is one of them. He's done nothing but hit and play solid defense since he put on the navy blue jersey. That pitch bounces up there and it gets away from the catcher. It's going to ricochet all the way to the backstop. That'll go as a wild pitch. Now it's going to be second and third in a 2-0 count to a very dangerous Jonathan Barshow. So far, Lancaster has been their own worst enemy. And if you're Fort Mill, you want to strike first. You want to draw first blood because you want to go ahead and put away any kind of surprise or sneak attack from Lancaster. You got what you wanted in the top half of the first. You got Sam Chiz to go easily, get him to go 1, 2, 3. Now, looking to add a run here in the bottom half. That pitch bounces away from the catcher, but not far enough away for anybody to advance. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight, whether you're on MixLR, YouTube, or Game Changer. All sorts of ways to watch the game tonight. Base hit would mean 2 runs for Fort Mill. The 3-1 swung on and missed, had a home run cut, and that looked like Carter took a little something off. Might have been a changeup. I think Carter just graduated from Lancaster High School, I believe. Either he just graduated or he is a rising senior. No, he just graduated. He is a senior. He was a senior. That pitch is outside the zone, ball 4. And now ducks on the pond all the way around for Gabe Simmons.
Now batting for Fort Mill, the shortstop.
An error and back-to-back walks. Can Gabe Simmons? Sun has kind of gone behind the clouds a little bit. Pitch just off the outside corner with the off-speed pitch. 1-1 is the count. I'm happy that Coach Jackson's on vacation, but I was a little sad not to see Jimmy. I like Jimmy. He's good people. Pitch nowhere near. Nice backhanded stab by the catcher, Brody Sanders. And Fort Mill, one swing of the War Club from busting it wide open, and we're only in the bottom of the first. Pitch from Carter Cox. That one stayed high the entire time. He's had a hard time getting that breaking ball in the strike zone. So if you're Fort Mill, you can sit dead red. It's 3 balls and a strike to Simmons. Wind is blowing out straight towards the scoreboard. That pitch is swung on and a worm burn to the shortstop. They'll go to second for 1, relay to first in time. It'll be a double play. Eli Craddock will score. No RBI. Runner at third, 2 down for Scott Young.
Now batting for Fort Mill, first baseman number 24, Scott Young.
And really, I think both teams right there got what they wanted. Fort Mill wanted to run, and Post 31 wanted 2 outs. Pitch, that stayed high the entire time. Now the runner at third is Nico Bartolotti. Carter Cox with the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Scott Young had bad intentions with that swing. Pitch swung on and fouled right off the end of the bat. Got an update in the junior game. The Youngins are not going away without a fight. Bottom of the third is now 10-6. They cut the lead to 4. The 1-2 comes inside and hits him. So Scott Young will jog on down to first base. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Jaeger.
Now batting for Fort Mill, second baseman number 9, Jaeger Pankowski.
That pitch, again, there's the slider from Carter Cox. And really, it's one of those things where right now it's either floating high and inside or it's being overcooked off the outside corner from Carter Cox. And really, it's one of those things where right now it's either floating high and inside or it's being overcooked off the outside corner, which tells you that he doesn't quite have the grip. The release point is just a little bit off. The 1-0 swung on in a chopper third base side, but foul as the sun pops back out on a very warm afternoon. It's going to be nice and warm the rest of the week, but the chances of rain, thankfully, have gone by the boards. Fort Mill's got to play 4 games this week. This is game 2 of 4 this week. Casual throw over to first base. Thursday night at Rock Hill. Friday night at Lancaster. The 1-1 swung on in a line drive, deep right center field. The center fielder will move over into the gap, and he'll run it down, and that will retire the side. A run, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left. We head to the second inning, 1-0 Fort Mill.
Fort Mill picks up 1 run, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left. We head to the second inning. The score is Fort Mill 1 and Lancaster 0. An update in the junior game. Bottom of the third inning, the score is now Lancaster 10, Fort Mill 6.
Headed to the second inning. It'll be Adam Wright, Braden Small, Carter Cox, 4, 5, and 6. In the order for Lancaster, the pitch swung on and popped up a mile high and over our heads, foul. If you look at the standings, and you can look at the standings if you go to scalb.com, the 0-1, right down Tom Hall Street at the knees, 0-2. You can see that the league that Fort Mill is in with Rock Hill, Lancaster, and Winsboro, it is a hot mess. It's the only way to describe it. The 0-2 is sign outside, 1 and 2. It's really anybody's region, basically. But that will change by the end of this week. The pitch, that stays high. Because if Fort Mill can beat Rock Hill, that means Fort Mill will have won the series against 2 region opponents with only Lancaster left. The 2-2, breaking balls to high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Do want to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers. Coach Mike Morris got to come home today, so he is good to go. He is fine. All the tests came back clear, and that pitch is swung on and missed, and that is the 3rd strikeout of the night already for Sam Chiz. 1 down for Braden Small.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9, Braden Small.
I don't really think Sam's much of a strikeout pitcher, is he? Pitch is high for ball 1. Sometimes.
He is when he is.
He brought the mojo tonight. That pitch is swung on, sawed off. A worm burner to Gabe Simmons at short. He'll throw across low, but Scott Young will dig it up. 2 up and 2 down. First ground ball out recorded by Sam. Here's Carter Cox.
Next up for
Ball out recorded by Sam. Here's Carter Cox.
Lancaster, the pitcher, number 33, Carter Cox.
Carter was a Nation Ford Falcon, then moved on over to Lancaster, finished his high school career with the Bruins. He is going to school. College. He's going to, I think he's going to USC Lancaster, I think. Pitch swung on and missed. Had a home run cut as the sun again goes behind some stray clouds off to our left, but no rain in the forecast. Nothing to get upset about. The 0-1 swung on and missed. It's quickly 0-2 to Carter. Whoever said whatever to Sam before tonight's game, say it again. Because my man's in the rocking chair. Okay, broadcaster's jinx. As soon as I say that, he plunks Carter between the threes on his back. Should have waited till after he struck him out. Anyway, here's Jaden Young. Who's 36? I don't have a 36. It's supposed to be Jaden Young, but
That's Jaden Young.
it is Jaden Young.
That's Jaden Young.
So he's just wearing a different
He's
number.
wearing a different number.
All right.
Same player in Legion or Legacy.
Had him in the card as 21, so he's actually 36. Thank you, Ryan. Pitch swung on and fouled out of play. First base runner allowed by Mr. Chiz. The 0-1 from Sam. Swung on and ripped back up the box into center field for a base hit. Nice job there by Jaden Young. He got something over the plate, something he could handle. Got those arms extended. First and second, 2 down for Trey Smith. Those arms extended. First and second, 2 down for Trey Smith.
Now batting first baseman number 35, Trey Smith.
Sam looks out at second base. That pitch stayed high the entire time. Want to know is the count. There is a young man running. It's number 6, Caleb. I don't know how to say his last name, and nobody in the dugout did either. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play. It's Hauanio. My guess was Hoanio. But that's just a wild guess. Apologies to his family. Should have tracked him down. That pitch is swung on and missed. It's 1-2. They were worried that I wasn't going to be able to say Kazmierzak. Well, I've known that name for years. That one's not a problem. The 1-2. Nice stop by Drew. Runner gets off of first. Throw down. Safe. Throw was high. A good throw, and he would have been caught stealing. And he went into the bag hard. His helmet kind of flew off a little bit. And I think what happened was when his helmet flew off, his face kind of banged against it. And he's a little slow getting up. And he pointed at his mouth. So if his helmet flew off and the bill of his helmet banged off of his lip, that's plastic meeting skin. And that's not a fair fight at all. They'll give him all the time he needs to kind of shake it all off. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the second. Runners at first and second. Fort Mill clinging to a 1-0 lead. Caleb said he's going to stay in the game. Coach Wright, Coach Sanders checking on him, but he's going to stay in there. Pitch from Sam. Swung on, chopper, third base side, but foul. We'll stay 2-2. Fort Mill in the junior game, they finally kicked the extra point off after the touchdown. It's now 10-7 Lancaster. after the game last night, the final score was 19-11. The pitch, outside corner, call strike 3. Oh, beauty. What a pitch there by Sam Chiz. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. We're at the bottom of the second inning. Fort Mill 1, Lancaster nothing.
No runs for
Here is Biscuit to start the bottom of the second inning. Pitch swung on and hit right back at the box into center field for a base hit. Attaboy. Way to go, Biscuit. Leading man aboard for Blake Sanders.
Walking to the plate for Fort Mill, left fielder number 7, Blake Sanders.
Pitch from Carter Cox, outside corner at the knees. By the way, that strikeout of Trey Smith is the 4th strikeout of the game already for Sam Chiz. Pitch, Uncle Charlie right down the heart, 0-2. Blake Sanders could be described as a utility guy. The pitch swung on, and here's a little flare out in the right center field. The second baseman will go out, and he will track it down. That'll be out number 1 for the 9-hole hitter, Drew Gaff.
Now batting for Fort Mill, the catcher number 4, Drew Gaff.
Pitch is swung on and hit high in the air, deep right field, and it gets over the right fielder's head. It's going to bang up against the bottom of the wall. Biscuit hits the bag at second. Strolling into second base with a stand-up double is Drew Gaff, and it's 2nd and 3rd for Fort Mill. And back to the top of the order we go, and Eli. Top of the order we go, and Eli.
Courtesy runner at second base for Fort Mill, number 1, Drew Brink. Back to the top of the order for post 43 and third baseman number 10, Eli Craddock.
So that ball, when it got up in the air off the bat of Drew Gaff, the right fielder tried to turn his hips and kind of spin around, but the ball got up high in the air where the wind got a hold of it. And there is a pretty good breeze, 12 to 15 miles an hour, blowing towards the scoreboard, which is almost exactly where that ball was hit. And the ball just kept carrying and kept carrying. The 0-1 swung on and roped down the left field line. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and it gets by the left fielder. Coming home to score is Biscuit. Followed right behind him will be Brink. Craddock will stop at second with an RBI double, and Fort Mill adds to its lead. It's now 3-0. And the line continues to move for Nico Bartolotti.
Now batting for Fort Mill, the right fielder, number 16, Nico Bartolotti.
Back-to-back doubles for Fort Mill. Pitch, breaking ball, came right back over the heart of the plate. So give Eli 2 RBIs. Pitch, swung on and fouled back. Nico wants that one back. Pitch low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Bartolotti. The 1-2 from Carter Cox. Here it comes. And swung on and a chopper to the first baseman. He drops it. He's got time. Underhand toss to first. Did he hold the bag? They say he did. Yes. That'll move the runner to the third. 2 down for Barshow.
Next up for Fort Mill, the center fielder, number 8, Jonathan Barshow.
And actually, Coach School is going to come out and argue. And I think what Coach is saying is, did the first baseman come off the pillow with possession of the baseball? It was bang, bang. I don't think they're going to overturn it. They're going to have a chat. It's got to be pretty egregious for them to overturn it, but sometimes they do. And they're going to stay with the call on the field. He is out. Ronald Acuna Jr. stays hotter than a pistol in a Western movie. He's got another ding-dong to his name. Braves 1, Twins 1, bottom of the first. That pitch off the outside corner to Barshow. Jonathan walked back in the first. We're now in the second. It's 3-0 Fort Mill. The 1-0 from Carter. Jonathan checked his swing. Yes, he did. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but Eli Craddock is cheating like a dog way down the third baseline. He is way down the line. Pitch swung on and a rifle shot under the third baseman's glove into left field. Eli will come home to score. Barshow hits the bag at first. He's going to try for 2, and he slides in there safely. That is 3 doubles in the last 4 at-bats for Fort Mill. The line continues to move. It's 4-0. Here's Simmons.
Nice. Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Gabe Simmons.
Pitch, breaking ball, called a strike to Gabe. He's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a double play. The 0-1 to Simmons, swung on and missed. Home run cut and came up empty on the fastball. Pitch swung on and hit high in the air right side, but it will go foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Gabe Simmons. Nation Ford graduate headed to Gaston College. The Fighting Rhinos. My buddy Seth Eves is the public address announcer for Gaston College. We call him the Big Peach because he's from Gaffney. Public address announcer for Gaston College. We call him the Big Peach because he's from Gaffney. The 0-2. Breaking ball right down Tom Hall Street, but stayed high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. It was 1-0 Fort Mill after the first. Is now 4-0 Fort Mill here in the second. Carter brings the 1-2. Breaking ball. Nice backhanded stab there by Brody Sanders, the catcher. That's the second time tonight he saved 90 feet. Jonathan Romano in the third base coach's box. Joel Riley in the first base coach's box. Travis Collier in the bench. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and down goes Simmons, and that'll retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, a man left. We head to the third inning, 4-0. Good guys.
Fort Mill picks up 3 runs on the back of 4 base hits, no errors, a man left. We head to the third inning. An update in the score is now Fort Mill 4 and Lancaster 0. An update in the junior game, bottom of the 4th inning, Lancaster 10, Fort Mill 8.
Headed to the top of the third. The first pitch to Connor Griffin is swung on and roped into right field, and it's going to get over Nico's head. He's going to have to track it down on the track. Throw into second base, not in time. 1 pitch, and it's a leadoff double from Connor Griffin as he belts the first pitch he sees. Runner in scoring position. Back to the top of the order, and Will Rate.
Back to the top of the order for post 31, and the center fielder number 5, Will Rate.
Second base hit of the night for Lancaster. First extra base hit of the night for post 31. Austin Riley just hit another ding-dong for the Braves. Pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Go ahead and say it. Congratulations, Brandon. His LSU Tigers are the 2023 national champions, which means his LSU Tigers are the 2023 national champions, which means, here's a stat for you. The 1-0 pitch swung on and a ground ball to Eli at third. He'll look the runner back to second. The throw to first in time. The throw back across, not in time. Connor Griffin's a little too quick for that. I think that will go as a 5-3, but a runner to the third, only 1 down for Reed Kazmierzak.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Reed Kazmierzak.
So not only is the national champion from the SEC, but it's from the SEC West. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, LSU. The pitch swung on and fouled off. Reed flew out to center field. Actually hit it into the right center field gap. The 0-1 breaking ball clips the corner at the bottom of the zone. 0-2, the count to Kazmierzak. You could hear some moans and groans. Oh, you know what? I finally figured out what that noise was from a while ago. The pitch swung on and missed and dropped by Drew. He'll have to throw to first. Dug out nicely by Scott Young. Strikeout number 5 tonight for Sam. 2 down for Sanders.
Now batting the catcher number 17, Brody Sanders.
So I tend to forget stuff and lose stuff. So I bought these basically these tiles, and they're called tile. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound by Coach Collier. That mound visit caught me off guard. I didn't have a song keyed up. So anyway, my keys, I have one of these tile, basically these keypads on my different key rings. So that way, and these are the pro version, so they go up to 450 feet. So if I click on my phone on the app, it'll start beeping, tell me where my phone on the app, it'll start beeping, tell me where the keys are. So I bought 6 of them. So my key rings, and then I attached them to a couple of things. My wallet's got one on it because you know.
Yep.
And I'm not getting any younger, and I'm getting more and more forgetful. Pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. And really what sparked me to do it was I lost my keys the other day and literally turned everything upside down and couldn't find them. Pitch, just off the outside corner, it's 1-1. When I finally found them, they were in my truck. They had fallen and slid underneath the driver's seat behind my amplifier. I have no idea how they got there. Pitch, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. But it freaked me out so bad. Freak out. Runner at third, 2 down. When the runner at third was kind of dancing around, it's Connor Griffin. Sam just steps off the rubber. The 1-2 stayed high with the fastball. 2-2. Top of the third, it's 4-0 Fort Mill. Pitch from Sam. That fastball just a wee bit off the corner. And Brody Sanders did not chase. As the wind picks up a little bit more. Payoff pitch, here it comes. Low and inside, ball 4. That is the first walk surrendered by Sam. So now runners at the corners for Adam Wright.
Now batting third baseman number 13, Adam Wright.
As a massive sigh cascades through the press box. I don't blame him. Got him down 0-2, man.
Yep.
Go after him. Pitch, swung on and missed. Adam Wright is one of the 5 strikeout victims of Sam Chiz. Another strikeout here would be just fine and dandy. Thank you very much. Pitch. That one stayed high. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Drew Gaff. And the pitch, that one bangs in there for a strike. Adam, not a fan of that call. By the way, the Braves have hit another home run. That's 3 home runs in the first inning for the Bravos. Ronald Acuna Jr., Austin Riley, and Sean Murphy. It's 4-0 or 4-1 Atlanta. If you want to follow somebody who does Braves baseball, Mark Bowman on Twitter is a great person to follow. He just tweeted out something that's pretty funny. The 3-2 swung on and fouled off. It stays 3-2. He said the Braves are on pace to hit 24 home runs tonight. Why does it always come down to math? Another payoff pitch from Sam. Here it comes. Swung on and popped up a mile high. Will it stay in play? Going to be close over near the Fort Mill dugout. And it lands at the feet of assistant coach Joel Riley. The junior game is still going on, and it's a battle. It was 10-3. Now it's 10-8. Lancaster with the 2-run lead. Pitch from Sam. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And that'll load the bases. And that'll bring up Braden Small.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9, Braden Small.
Pitch. Bangs in there for a strike. Sam goes back to the windup with ducks on the pond. The pitch. Slider. Has he caught the strike zone with that pitch yet?
I think slider a couple times.
Times. Pitch from Sam. Swung on and a rifle shot into left center field, but coming over into the gap and taking care of it is Blake Sanders, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, bases left loaded. We have the bottom of the third, still 4-0, Fort Mill.
No runs across for Lancaster, 1 hit, no errors, and the bases left loaded. We had the bottom of the third inning score means Fort Mill 4 and Lancaster nothing. The junior games in the bottom of the 5th, the score there is Lancaster 10 and Fort Mill 8. The Braves hit 3 home runs in the bottom of the 1st. Atlanta leads Minnesota 4-1.
Comes Scott Young to get the bottom of the third inning underway. By the way, that first game of the doubleheader in the juniors is a final. Lancaster defeats Fort Mill 10-8. So they'll play game 2 here in about, 20 minutes or so. The 1-0, that one's off the zone. 2-0. Because it's the juniors and they play a doubleheader, they go 2 5s. And the juniors have to turn around tomorrow night and play another doubleheader, by the way. Pitch swung on, and here's a little looper out to the second baseman who will rip it out of the air for out number 1. Here comes Jager.
Now batting for Fort Mill, second baseman, number 9, Jager Pankowski.
Pitch is swung on and a ground ball that gets under the glove of the third baseman in the left field. Jager Pankowski's first base hit of the night. And another base runner for Fort Mill. And here comes Hunter.
Now batting for Fort Mill, designated hitter number 12, Hunter Busquet.
Hunter's 1 for 1 tonight. That pitch stays high. Pitch off the inside corner. Good eye there by Biscuit. I can hear his dad all the way up here with the window cracked. 2-0. That misses low and outside. If you don't want anybody to know anything, don't tell Edward. My man's got a voice that carries. Isn't that an 80s song? Voices carry. Okay, and now I'm really showing my age. That is ball 4 off the outside corner. A 4-pitch pass to Biscuit. First and second for Fort Mill for Blake Sanders.
Next up for Fort Mill, the left fielder number 7, Blake Sanders.
Coach Ron goes to his play sheet, flashes the numbers. The base runners look at the numbers. The batter looks at the numbers. Corner infielders are going to play in here, and the middle infielders are going to look for 2. Pitch swung on and missed. Blake with a hefty cut at a pitch diving low and inside. Blake can run pretty well. It'd be hard to double him up unless something's hit really hard right at second baseman or the shortstop. That's the slider off the outside corner. The sun is behind the clouds again. That feels nice. The pitch, that one misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Fort Mill with a 4-0 lead here in the third, looking for more. Pitch from Carter Cox, right down Tom Hall Street. With the Uncle Charlie, it's 2-2 to Blake Sanders. First and second, 1 down. Pitch, breaking ball, stayed high. Carter tried to double up on the curveball and just missed. It's 3-2 to Blake Sanders. Carter shakes off the first sign. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Pulled the string on him and had Blake out in front. That is the second strikeout for Carter. Pitch pops the mitt of the catcher, Brody Sanders, but ball 1. Drew Gaff is 1 for 1 tonight. Hit a double. That pitch is swung on and hit high in the air and out of play, foul. I don't know what that means. Pitch from Carter Cox is a breaking ball in the zone. Drew thought about swinging at it, but decided better of it's 1-2. And now Carter seems to have found that breaking pitch. Breaking ball swung on and a worm burner to the second baseman. He'll glove it, throw to first, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 men left. We enter the 4th inning. Score still Fort Mill 4, Lancaster nothing. Headed to the 4th inning. Carter Cox to lead it off for Lancaster. He looks at a fastball off the outside corner for ball 1. Carter was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. 1-0 from Sam. Did he check his swing? No. He went around, says the home plate umpire. Somebody wants to liven up the chat room. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. The pitch is swung on and hit out of play foul right side. It's 1-2. I don't know what liven it up means. Because, does that mean go sideways?
Is it all my family members?
I didn't click it for kids, so you can let it all hang out. That pitch is swung on and fouled out of play, 1-2. Just keep the language sort of not quite salty. But express yourself. It is still a free country. Well, for right now anyway. Another 1-2 to Sam, from Sam. Slider off the outside corner is 2-2. Slider off the outside. What the heck was that?
He's checking the chat.
Oh, he's checking the chat. Oh, the 2-2 swung on and a worm burner up the middle. Gabe ranging to his left, fires across in time. Nice job of moving his feet by Gabe Simmons. 1 up and 1 down for Jaden Young.
Now batting the left fielder, number 36, Jaden Young.
As he pours bourbon. Oh, now I have a question, and it's very important. What brand? Right? Are we talking like Maker's Mark, or are we talking like Woodford Reserve? Pitch called a strike. Depends on how much coin you got. Pitch off the outside corner. Why does it have to be in a sippy cup? Oh, now I understand why it's being a sippy cup. Never mind. The 1-1.
John.
Blanton's preferably. Blanton's. Now it makes me wonder if that guy is my friend. The 2-1 swung on and missed, 2-2. My friend Patrick drinks Blanton's. And he's the only person I know of, I think, that drinks Blanton's. I think. The 2-2 swung on and another warm burner to Gabe it short. He'll pat the glove twice, throw across in time. Back-to-back putouts by Simmons. 2 up and 2 down for Trey Smith.
Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Trey Smith.
Not Patrick. Okay, so I never said my friend's name. So whoever this cat is knows me, and he knows who my best. Okay.
I think you might have said it.
Gotcha.
You did say
I
Patrick.
did say Patrick.
You said
I said Patrick. Okay. Dadgummit. Told on myself. Fastball, outside corner. If that's Jimmy, I'm going to throw something at my computer screen. Pitch swung on and a rifle shot. Right field. This is trouble coming near the line. Making the catch is Nico Bartolotti. Are you serious? What a play from Nico. And Lancaster goes in order. We're at the bottom of the fourth. Still 4-0 Fort Mill. Our first Palmetto Family Hearing Center called with bullpen. New pitcher on the mound for Lancaster. Number 1 in the Milltown, 1 in Lancaster, and always at PalmettoFamilyHearing.com. Proud sponsor of Fort Mill Post 43 baseball. So Shane Stack comes into the ball game. The night is over for Carter Cox, at least on the mound. Carter will stay in the game, and he will move to third base, would be my guess. And here's Eli to get it started for Fort Mill. First pitch to Eli misses. This is already Eli's third plate appearance of the game. We're only in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch swung on, chopper deep in the hole at short. Glove, got to plant the foot, throw across. Nice stretch, got him by half step. Nice play defensively.
Change short as well.
So the shortstop is now Adam Wright, I believe. Here's Nico.
Walking to the plate for Fort Mill, the right fielder, number 16, Nico Bartolotti.
So it looks like Adam Wright moved from third to short. Carter moved from pitcher to third, I think, is where we're going with that. Pitch swung on and a hard ground ball, and it bangs off of Adam Wright's glove and his hand at the same time. That was a scalded dog. Going to score that a base hit. Here's Barshow. Are we in agreement, fellas?
Braden Small's in number at that first as well.
So Braden moved to first.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Pitch from Shane Stacks. Breaking ball nowhere near. Base hit on that for Nico.
Oh, yeah.
Allen put it near.
Yeah, the ball was hit really hard.
That ball landed right at his toes.
Okay, so Adam
Do not give that ball.
pitch called a strike. So Adam is now at short. Carter. Oh, stupid. Pitch is swung on in a hard little rope job over the second baseman's head into right field, and another base hit for Jonathan Barshow. He continues to get just hotter and hotter and hotter. First and second for Simmons. Pitch from Shane Stack. Swung on, and here's a rope into center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Nico will score. Getting the go sign around third and coming home to score is Drew Brink. Sliding into third base is Gabe Simmons, and Fort Mill's busted it open. It's now 6-0. Pitch, breaking ball, stayed low the entire time. So give Scott Young a base hit. Nico scored, as did Barshow. That pitch is swung on, and a ground ball to the shortstop. They'll go to second for one, throw to first in time. And that double play retires the side. But 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, a man left. We head to the 5th inning. It's 6-0 Fort Mill. Here's Connor Griffin to start the 5th inning. That pitch is swung on, and a ground ball right to second baseman Jager Pankowski. Throw to first, dug out nicely by Scott Young. 1 pitch, 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Will Rape. Pitch to Will, swung on, and a worm burner to Gabe Simmons at short. He'll throw across, bang, bang play, got him. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here's Kazmierzak. Headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom part of the order for Fort Mill. It'll be Biscuit, Blake, and Gaff. 7, 8, and 9 in the order. Pitch to Hunter. Backs him off the plate. Coach Jim listening in again tonight. Thank you, Coach, for that. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Tuesday night, sir. Pitch. That one stays high. 2-0. The count quickly to Hunter. We're joking with Hunter before the game about reaching second base. The pitch swung on and missed. He got impatient and swung at ball 3. Not only did he reach second, he came all the way around to score. Led off the second inning with a single. Came around to score the 3rd run of the day for Fort Mill. It's 6-0 at the moment, bottom of the 5th. That pitch outside the zone, and it's 3-1. The junior game, the second game of the doubleheader, has gotten underway. Down off Highway 200 in Lancaster. That pitch swung on and foul ball to down off Highway 200 in Lancaster. That pitch swung on and foul ball to Jonathan Romano in the third base coach's box, who will gun it back to the pitching mound. And he's still got a little fuel in the old cannon there. The 3-2 to Biscuit. Check the swing. Yes, he did. Ball 4. Leadoff man aboard for Fort Mill for Blake Sanders. So the free pass to Hunter Biscay. Pitch from Shane Stack misses outside. That's the first walk issued by Shane. That is the 4th walk issued by Lancaster pitching tonight. That pitch pours in there for a strike. Blake is 0 for 2. He popped out to second, struck out. Pitch comes inside and hits him. And I was just about to say these words. He was the only one of the 9 that hadn't reached base. Well, now he has. First and second, nobody out. Here's Drew Gaff. Drew is 1 for 2, a double and a ground out. The pitch swung on and sprayed foul right side. Biscay is at second. Sanders is at first. Looking down at the scorebook, every single Fort Mill starter has reached base at least once. Pitch inside, off the corner, but called a strike. 0-2 to Drew Gaff.
I think when you mentioned Hunter, you said deceptively fast, Hunter.
Deceptively fast. He's blessed with catcher speed. The 0-2. Oh, that one gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop. That was a 58-footer. That'll go as a wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the night. But the first from Mr. Stack. It's as good as a bunt. Now it's second and third. That takes the double play out of order. So now Lancaster is going to play zero defense. All four infielders on the lip of the grass. The 1-2 to Drew Gaff. Swung on and a chopper to third baseman Carter Cox, who makes the tag at third. Throw to first in time. What a heads-up play by Carter Cox. Ball hit right to him. He tags Hunter on his chest and throws to first for the 5-3 double play. Back to the top of the order, and Eli. What a heads-up play by Carter Cox. That is the definition of a rally killer. And that pitch is swung on and a little cue shot to the second baseman who has no play. So a base hit for Eli. That'll be his second base hit of the night. The line continues to move for Nico. And now Eli is going to jog to second base, and he's daring Stack to throw the baseball. And they throw it into center field, and Stack covers his mouth with his glove. Eli will boogie on into third base. So give Eli a stolen base, give an error to the pitcher, and it's 7-0. And Eli was daring him to throw the baseball, and Stack obliged, and it cost Lancaster a run. So a runner at third, 2 outs. Pitch to Nico. Outside, 1-0 is the count. Eli got about 20 feet from the second base bag and just dropped the anchor. And then Stack stepped off the rubber, stared at him. But in that situation, that's when you just kind of put the ball in your pocket. Pitch swung on and a ground ball to the second baseman. He'll glove it. Throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. But Fort Mill picks up a run on a hit, 1 error, a man left. We head to the 6th innings now, 7-0 Fort Mill. Headed to the sixth inning. Play Tricky by Run DMC, and of course I played it at the wrong time. That's because I'm an idiot. The 1-0 off the outside corner is 2-0. Can't even get song requests. Why are you touching me?
Trying to get your keys.
Oh my gosh! Why don't you just ask for my keys?
I did.
nuts?
I made the international hand signal.
Well, how about I give you the international hand signal going away? Keys are on the floor to my right.
Never mind.
2 balls and a strike. It's my way of saying you're number one, bud. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. It's 2-2.
I'll bring it back to Shawshank in here.
Okay.
See, y'all been tumbling through the walls and stuff.
Good to know. We always liked the way Andy would tell stories. The 2-2 swung on in a rifle shot left field, but going back and now stopping is Sanders. And Blake Sanders will retire Brody Sanders. Been sitting on that one all night. 1 down for Adam Wright. I'm not going to say a single word about where Sam is at the moment. The pitch.
That's right.
Off the outside corner. Because I don't want to hear the 2 words, shut up.
I told you I don't say those to you.
The 1-0 high inside. Any other song requests, Brandon? Please play it on time.
I'm horrible.
No? Nothing? Okay.
I'll ask my wife.
The 2-0. Fastball stayed high. 3 balls and no strikes. Action begins to stir in the Fort Mill bullpen. That pitch right down Tom Hall Street with the fastball for strike 1. And trying to see who it is. I think it's Seth Hansen.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir. Battle back to load it up at 3-2. Works quickly. The 3-2 swung on and hit high in the air, deep left field. Sanders to the track, to the wall. It bangs off the top of the wall. He'll gather it in and he'll throw it back in. And because of the hustle, he will keep right to just a long single. Ball was about 6 feet from leaving the yard. I'll bring a first baseman, Braden Small. Just don't start picking your nose.
Well, that takes the fun out of
Very,
it.
very well, I know. Got to keep it semi-professional up here. Runner at first, 1 down. Pitch from Sam. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Drew Gaff. The sun has gone behind the trees. Off to our left, beautiful evening here in the Milltown. Pitch. All-speed pitch on the outside corner. 1-1 is the count. To Braden Small, who's 0 for 2. He's got a ground out and a fly out. Pitch swung on and hit high in the air and out of play foul right side. It's 1-2. With the base hit by Adam Wright, he's the first Lancaster batter to reach since the end of the 3rd. We're in the top of the 6th. The 1-2, breaking ball, swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Sam Chiz. That is strikeout number 6. So 2 down for Carter Cox. Pitch from Sam. There's the breaking ball right on the outside corner. And that's the pitch that Sam was having a hard time finding early in the game. He found it right there, though. Working quickly, tried to double up. But that one outside the zone. 1-1 is the count. The junior game has played 1 complete down in Lancaster. No score between Fort Mill and Lancaster. The 1-1 swung on and hit over our heads foul. It's 1-2. Sam takes a little bit more time, brings the 1-2, breaking ball off the corner. It's 2-2. Didn't miss by much. Two from Sam. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But regardless of how this goes from here into the 7th, Sam Chiz has given Coach Tom Skula exactly what Coach Skula needed to have tonight. And that is a starter that went into at least the 5th. That pitch just swung on and fell back to the netting. Now, if you wanted to be greedy, you could ask Sam to finish this thing off. And that would be a huge shot in the arm. Because last night, Fort Mill, I think, used 4 pitchers. Pitch from Sam. That one misses low and outside. Ball 4. So first and second for Lancaster for Jaden Young.
Now batting number 36, Jaden Young.
And that pitch from Sam was pitch number 90. So Fort Mill will probably have to go to the pen at least once to close this one out. Pitch swung on and missed. Jaden is 1 for 2 tonight. A base hit in the 2nd, a ground out in the 4th. And now time is called, I assume, by the batter. Chiz checks the base runner, brings the 0-1 right down Tom Hall Street at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes to Jaden Young. Sam brings the 0-2. Break the ball off the corner. 1-2 the count. Looking down at the on-deck circle, Shane Stacks has a bat, so he will take the place of Trey Smith in the 8-hole. The 1-2 from Chiz. That bounces up there. Nice stop by Drew Gaff. So deuces are wild. 2 runners on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sam just needs to find that one more pitch to get out of this inning.
Slider. Start in the middle.
2-2 from Sam. Here it comes. Did he check his swing? I don't think he did, and he did not. That is the 7th strikeout for Sam Chiz, and that retires the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the 6th, still 7-0 Fort Mill. So we have another song request, but it's one I don't have. Pitch to Jonathan. That one misses low. I've got my catalog in front of me is 8,000 songs, but that's one I don't have. Vibrant Thing by Q-Tip. I bet you it's on YouTube. I don't know, off the corner. To Jonathan, 2-0 the count. Jonathan's had another good night at the plate, and that pitch just swung on and roped into right field, and the right fielder misplays it, but then reaches up and makes the catch. Oh, he misplayed it. He came in and then went back. And Jonathan Barshow whistles another one, but that one is caught. That ends his perfect night. 1 up and 1 down for Simmons. A pitch off the inside corner. Is that the your other youngin?
That's my daughter, yeah.
That's your daughter. Bless your heart. The 1-0 off the outside corner, 2-0. And may I opine as to, or ask what grade she is in?
She is actually 20 years old.
20 years old. Wow.
She goes to York Tech.
The 2-0 pounds in there for a strike. Good for her. She's in school, trying to learn things. I like it. The 2-1 swung on and hit right back to the pitcher who said, look what I found. He'll throw to first, 2 up and 2 down. We're going to have a pinch hitter here for Fort Mill. It's going to be number 17, Nick Kreis. So we've got a pinch hitter for Fort Mill. It's going to be number 17, Nick Kreis. So he will come on to bat for Scott Young. So that'll be a like-for-like switch. The pitch swung on and a tapper to the third baseman, Carter Cox. He'll sling it across. And 1-2-3 goes Fort Mill. Last chance saloon for Lancaster. We head to the 7th inning. It's all Fort Mill. It's 7-0. So several changes to tell you about. First of all, there is a change on the mound. The night is over for Sam Chiz. 6 strong innings for Sam. 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 95 pitches, 60 strikes. He hit a batter, struck out 7. Attaboy, Sam. The new pitcher for Fort Mill Post 43 is former Nation Ford Falcon and current Bantam at USC Union, Seth Hansen. Defensive changes for Fort Mill. First base is now Nick Kreis. Drew Brink is in the game at second. Drew Indris is into the game in right. Go through those changes again. Seth Hansen on the mound. Nick Kreis at first. Drew Brink at second. Drew Indris in right, which means Barshow still in center. Sanders in left. Eli Craddock at third. Simmons at short. Drew Gaff the catcher. And due up here for Lancaster, in the top of the 7th inning, I've got 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Shane Stacks, Connor Griffin, Will Rape. And here's Shane Stacks. He came in to replace Carter Cox on the mound. The pitch, fastball right down Tom Hall Street for strike one. Somebody must have said something because Seth Hansen actually has his jersey buttoned up tonight. The 0-1 misses low and outside, 1-1 the count. Normally he's got it unbuttoned down below where the American flag, the underline on the script is. The 1-1 fastball swung on and missed. Seth is one of those guys who literally lets it all hang out. The 1-2, that one misses a little bit low, 2-2 from Seth Hansen. Was a utility player for the Nation Ford Falcons under head coach Mike Lewis, who's now an assistant at Catawba Ridge, because Nation Ford's now coached by Jeff Stack. And that pitch high and inside with a fastball, 3-2. Fires the pitch, swung on it, whistled off the end of the bat into the Fort Mill bullpen and into the trees and down the incline. Don't worry about it, Kyle. Don't get that baseball. You'll get poison ivy, son. That baseball has gone to the animals. Another pitch from Seth Hansen. Fastball misses low, ball 4. So a leadoff walk here for Lancaster in their half of the 7th. Take us to Connor Griffin. So we've got a runner for Shane Stacks at first base. It's Caleb, the name I can't pronounce.
Wino.
Wino?
Wino.
Wino. Okay.
Completely guess about that.
Okay. You sounded convincing, though. If we go ahead and win this thing, tell your better half I will write that song down and have it keyed up for her next time.
Oh, that was for Sam. That wasn't for her.
No, I think Sherry.
Oh, for Sherry? Oh, yeah.
The 1-0 swung on and hit high in the air, deep center field, but the ballpark will hold it. Barshow will gallop into the gap, and he'll run it down for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go, and we'll rate. I had just assumed it was G-rated.
It might be. You never know.
It's probably from a Disney movie. Maybe.
Seth Hansen out of the stretch. The pitch. Fastball outside corner at the knees. Rape's not had the best of nights with the War Club in his hand. 0 for 3, a strikeout, and a couple of groundouts. Only 3 hits in the entire game for Lancaster. Fort Mill's pitching staff did the work tonight. The pitch. Breaking ball, checked his swing. He did not go around. Tip of the cap to Sam Chiz, and he gave Tom Skula exactly what Tom needed tonight. Fort Mill could not go deep into the bullpen. You got to save that for Thursday and Friday because Rock Hill is going to be loaded for bear come Thursday night, and then Friday night's at Lancaster. And in that unique ballpark, that can turn into a crooked number. That pitch is swung on and a rifle shot into right field, but right at Drew Indris, and he'll squeeze it for out number 2. Last hope is Reed Kazmierzak. Kazmierzak 0 for 3, a fly out, strikeout, ground out. In fact, the top 3 batters in the order, between the 3 of them, only reached base once. Pitch, called a strike, and that was the walk to Brody Sanders in the 3rd. So if you're Sam Chiz and you look at the performance tonight, you keep the top part of the order off the base path for Lancaster. With any lineup, that's just a recipe for success to shut an offense down. That pitch off the corner, 1-1's the count. And the base hits have come from the cleanup man, the 7-hole, and the 9-hole. The 1-1 from Seth Hansen swung on and hit a mile high. This should do it. Shallow right center field. Coming over as the speedy Drew Enders, called off at the last second by Barshow. Ball game. Your final score, Fort Mill 7, Lancaster nothing. Back with the totals after this. So Fort Mill, in a much less dramatic fashion tonight, gets victory number 8 on the season here tonight at Fort Mill High School. Your final line score in this bad boy. Fort Mill blanks Lancaster, moves to 8-4 overall on the season. But more importantly, you look at the region record, that's what stands out. For Lancaster, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Loss will go to the starter, Carter Cox. For Fort Mill, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. For Fort Mill Post 43, Sam Chiz, 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Seth Hansen, 1 inning of work, 1 walk, nothing else across the board. Seth, only had to throw 15 pitches to get the final 3 outs. 2 more base hits tonight for Eli Craddock. 1 more from the board. Seth, only had to throw 15 pitches to get the final 3 outs. 2 more base hits tonight for Eli Craddock. 1 more for Bartolotti, 2 for Barshow, 1 for Simmons, 1 for Scott Young, 1 for Jager Pankowski, 1 for Biscuit, 1 for Drew Gaff. Tomorrow night is off. There is a doubleheader for the juniors. That will be at Catawba Ridge. And the first game, I believe, starts at 6 o'clock. I'll be over there to help out my man Keith Cook for that event. And then the next game up for the seniors is Thursday night. It will be on the road, and it will be at Rock Hill. And that will be the 4th and final game of that series, with that series on the line. So appreciate you tuning in tonight, wherever you may be across the fruited plains. Brandon and Ryan, as always, thank you, gentlemen. You have no idea how helpful it is to have you guys up here, for sure. And really appreciate everything. So, and then Friday night will be at Lancaster. So the next 2 games are on the road, and then we kick it into next week. And next week, by the way, is the last week of the regular season. Hard to believe, but yes, that is the case. So, yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for your support of these players and coaches. And we will see you on Thursday night. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for your support of these players and coaches. And we will see you on Thursday night. On behalf of our athletic director, Mac Banks, senior head coach, Tom School, John Turner, voice of Fort Mill Post 43 seniors. Until Thursday night, so long, everybody.